Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another exciting edition of League 1 NCAA action. Tonight we've got one game as number 4 Syracuse is on a bye. The affair will see Memphis versus Navy, and Coach Ninja will give you an insight here as to the strengths and weaknesses of the Memphis roster.
Thank you, Coach. Memphis, a good team, 3-2, but David Moore here is a 99 overall quarterback. He's got 86 speed, 93 agility, 93 acceleration, 93 awareness. He's very good. He gets 313 yards a game through the air. 16-4 touchdown and interception ratio is excellent. And he gets another 60 yards on the ground with 4 rushing touchdowns this season. He is an all-arounder. David Bell is also very good at 82. He's got 80 yards a game, but he doesn't receive passes much. Stewart, 37 yards a game, also not a whole lot in the passing department, which is interesting because his receiving, his longest reception, they're saying 12. And I could have sworn he got a longer one than that last week. But, whatever. So, they're good. They don't run to them all that often, but they are good. Fullback, not really to speak of. Wide receivers are decent, 63 yards, 50 yards. It is Mitchell with 80 and Thompson with 95. The slot receivers here, it's the depth that doesn't drop off because they're still, just about as good as Lane and Johnson. Mitchell and Thompson are the dangerous ones, especially with those speed in the slots. Yeah. And Nick Robinson here, another 40 yards to the tight end. On the offensive line, they've got some standouts. Obina Eze is a 90. He flanks Brad McLean, who's an 82. Mikhail Hill is 89. Darius McDuffie is an 82. And Jonathan Daniels is injured and out for the game, and actually is going to be an improvement by a noticeable margin of Neil Lewis playing at right tackle. He is a center, however, and that's going to take a hit in awareness, but everywhere else he's going to be great. Or significantly better, I should say, at least. Defensively, the weakest part of their team is going to be 5 of the front 6. The ends are 86s. That's average. Defensive tackle 84, second defensive tackle 81, left outside 82, middle linebacker 85. Right outside linebacker, however, is a 90, and a 93, 89. The top 2 corners are very good, and the safeties are 94 and 87. It is the secondary, that part of this defense, that is really excellent, and the front 7 is pretty good. So they're a very dangerous team. We're going to try and keep it in front of the secondary, and just roll forward and try and get pressure on the defense and see what that does. All right, thanks.
A warm and hearty welcome to some of our regular viewers, Wk and Leon. Thank you for joining us tonight. An exciting affair about to get underway. You saw in the ratings that Memphis had a slight edge in defense, Navy has a slight edge in offense, and the two teams nearly indistinguishable in overall, with Memphis as a 91 and Navy as a 90.
Surprisingly enough, it's the stats the other way around.
Memphis with the 6th ranked scoring offense, 4th in yardage, 5th in passing. A hearty offense facing off against the number 3 rushing defense, which probably won't come into play too much today, and the 123rd ranked passing defense, which Navy would love to improve upon in a challenging scenario. A couple of minor recruits visiting the Tigers. Moore, Patterson, and Perry, the outstanding players for Memphis. And Perry, Rawls, and Lee, the standouts for the midshipmen. That one injury to the right tackle, Daniels, which we talked about in the run-up. A 74 will be out. A 78 backup center will be in his stead. We're coming to you live from the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee, for an American Conference affair. Navy sporting a 2-0 conference record. You see there in the standings, working their way up the ranks in the West. And Memphis at 1-1, 3-2 overall. The midshipmen will receive the opening kickoff, and we are underway in the Liberty Bowl.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Navy will take over on their 25 to start the football game. You see a sizable contingent there in the stands of midshipmen fans.
Now the offense gets
The United States Naval Academy being a national institution.
offense lines up in a 5-wide set.
It's a spread set. 5 receivers are out there for the middies. As Hayes goes back to pass, finds his man on the slant. Henry picks up yards after the catch. It's a 23-yard gain on the first play of the game, and Navy is off and running.
Consistency to help this offense be effective.
One play, and they're just 2 yards from the midfield stripe.
From their own 48-yard line. It's first down.
Shotgun wide trips against a two-man front for the Tigers. It's the read option up the gut. It goes to Perry. He picks up 6 on his first carry across the midfield stripe into Memphis territory. Second and 4 from the Tigers' 46-yard line here on Navy's opening drive. They come out in the eye tight. Handoff up the gut to Perry. He's met after 2 yards and tackled. It's going to be 3rd and 2 when we break the huddle.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go. The quarterback in the gun.
Navy back out in the spread set. 5 receivers in play. Over the middle they go to Richards. It's good for the first down. Vince Richards picking up 7 on the play. Going to be a fresh set of downs for the midshipmen as they continue the drive. They're now down to the Memphis 38-yard line here in the early going. We've seen already Navy get to the line and milk the clock a little bit. They are going to be more than content to keep that exciting Memphis offense off the field as much as possible. Read option again. Quarterback keeper Reggie Hayes on the carry. Picks up 11. It's a first down on first down. And Navy now approaching the red zone at the 27-yard line.
From the 27-yard line. First down.
Back to the eye tight. Twin tight end set. 3 down lineman for the Tigers. Handoff up the gut to Perry. He's met in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 1, and the Memphis defense had bodies in the gap on that particular play. Out of the huddle they come. They've got a tight end and a single running back. Coach Ninja surveying the field, trying to get a read on what this Memphis defense is up to. Hayes back to pass, hits Perry out of the backfield. They ruled it a fumble. Let's see the replay. He makes the catch. The ball is jarred loose while he's on the field. That is a fumble that will count. It may go to automatic replay, but does not appear to be a call where a coach may risk a timeout to get it overturned.
Brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game.
Clear as day, say the replay officials. They won't take a look at it, then Memphis will take over on their own 25. Back to pass goes Moore, looking very deep. He's got yards on the defender, but fortunately for Navy, he had to dive to make the catch and was not able to get any yards after the reception. It does, however, get a huge chunk of yards, and just like that, the Memphis Tigers well into Navy territory at the 32. Quick play, quick handoff. There's bodies in the backfield, and that is a loss of 3 as the Navy defense, led by Joe Sapp, curtails the running play.
Will start to open up.
So it's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 35-yard line.
35-yard line, the marker. The ball sits on the right hash. It's a draw play, a surprise run to Bell, and he picks up 17 as it looked like the Navy defense was preparing for a pass. As well they should. Memphis coming into the game with a highly ranked passing attack. And another draw. This time the defense crashes down. And it's Joe Sapp again, his second tackle for loss coming off the edge. Going to be 2nd and 12 here at the Navy 21-yard line.
Second and 12 coming up here. Ball on the
3-3-5 for the midshipmen on defense. Twin tight ends on the right. They pick up the blocks, but still David Bell unable to get the edge. Now going to be 3rd and long. It's another surprise run. And while Navy was playing pass, Joshua Van Dunk able to break free of the line. That right side of Memphis's line was the weaker half of their offensive line. And so far, they have not been able to set the edge for their offense. Navy has been able to maintain protection on their left side. Memphis is right on defense. The field goal up and good. And off the turnover, Memphis gets 3. Navy holds them out of their end zone.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Midshipmen now set to receive for their second possession of the football game.
This one's going to be
We're still in the first quarter here in the Liberty Bowl in Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, this is what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start. The defense.
I'm Coach Spector,
Nice to see the offense move.
bringing you the play-by-play for Coach Ninja's Navy midshipmen facing off against the Memphis Tigers.
One general rule in any game is to hold on to the ball.
Now out in the shotgun wide trip, single back set, facing off against a 2-man front.
Increase exponentially.
Read option play, quarterback keeper Hayes on the carry, picks up 6 on first down. Going to be 2nd and 4. Out to the 31-yard line.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Eye tight formation, facing off against a 3-man front for the Tigers. Hayes sends Richards in motion. Back to pass, finds Richards on the Z spot, picks up 7 to the wide receiver across the middle. It's a first down for Navy at their own 38 here on their second drive of the football game in the closing moments of the first quarter.
From their own 38-yard line. First down.
It's the shotgun split big. It's a 3-man front. Hayes on the keeper. Makes the pitch to Bright, who's tackled just shy of the first down. Going to be every coach's favorite down and distance. 2nd and inches. An opportunity here for Navy to call a play that could set up a play in the future. That's what 2nd and short is for.
So it's 2nd down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down.
It's the eye tight. Hayes under center. Up the gut they go to Perry. He picks up the first down and more. It's a 5-yard gain into Memphis territory. And once again, Navy content to take seconds off the clock and keep that high-powered Memphis offense off the field as much as possible. Trailing 3-0 following the opening drive fumble after the reception. Navy attempting to respond to Memphis's field goal on that ensuing drive. Shotgun split big once again. Facing off against the 3-man front again for the Tigers on first down. Hayes on the keeper, picks up 4, going to be 2nd and 6. And Navy's going to have an opportunity here to run a basketball play if they so choose. Get out on the field and see whether or not they like the look. If they don't like the look, they can let the quarter expire. If they do like the look, they can run a play.
Second down.
They don't love it. They'll take the breather. And we get to the second quarter with Memphis leading 3-0 at home.
Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the second quarter.
As the second quarter begins, it finds Navy on Memphis's 42-yard line, facing 2nd and 6. Back to pass goes Hayes, finds Perry out of the backfield, wide open on the angle route. He picks up 11. The ball now just outside the 30 at the 32-yard line for a 1st and 10.
From the 32-yard line, it's first down.
Shotgun wide, trips, 2-man front. Hayes looking. Perry out of the backfield, makes the catch, hangs onto the ball this time. It's good for 4 yards out on the right flat. It's going to be 2nd and 6. They're inside the 30.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Eye-tight formation. 3-man front this time for Memphis. Play action pass. Hayes fakes the handoff and gets sacked in the backfield. It's a loss of 7. Now going to be 3rd and long. 13 yards to go for the first down. In League 1, we do, of course, have the sliders set on one of the most difficult settings. Not only is it Heisman play, but the sliders have been adjusted to improve the CPU's play as much as possible. You saw a result of it there on that last play. Now on 3rd and 13, Navy coming out with 5 receivers. Looking deep is Hayes. The pass is broken up by Josh Perry, his first deflection of the game, and it's going to be 4th and 13 on the 34. That is a 51-yard field goal attempt. But Navy does have a quality leg.
Navy is down 3 and looking to tie it up.
The kick is up and good. Through the uprights it goes, and we've got a tie ball game. For their second drive, Memphis takes over on their 25, and on the first play, they get no gain as the receiver had to come back for the football and was tackled immediately. They go no huddle, as they are wont to do. Good blocking on the play gives them time, and they find Lane over the middle for 20 yards. That's his second catch for 63. David Moore off to a 3-for-3 start. And it looks like there's a flag on the play. Let's see who it's on. It is a false start on the Memphis offense. That's going to push them back 5 yards and give them 1st and 15.
First and 15 now after the penalty.
Navy coming out in the 3-3-5. Memphis goes to the screen but doesn't like the look, and they'll throw it out of bounds. It's going to be Moore's first incompletion of the day. That's going to result in a 2nd and 15 on their own 40.
It's 2nd and 15. Ball on their own 40.
They break the huddle and they come out in a a single back set. And they find Robinson. He's able to fall forwards for 2 or 3 extra yards after the catch. It's going to result in 3rd down and 3. However, Memphis does go to the huddle. That affords Navy the opportunity to change up their look on defense. They're going to go with the 3-3-5 Okie. Memphis under center once again. 2 backs in the backfield, and the blocking is good. A broken tackle gets extra yards, and David Bell picks up 21 on the play. And back to the no huddle they go. Quick pass to Casey Johnson, running left to right across your radio dial. Picks up 5, going to be 2nd and 5, just outside the red zone. Moore to the sideline to Sims. There's 2 Navy defenders there. They bottle him up for no gain. Now going to be 3rd and 5. They find Curtis Lane for 7. That's 2 yards more than they needed. And it's now going to be 1st and 10 in the red zone for the Memphis Tigers. David Moore off to an 8-for-9 start as he finds Nick Robinson for 4. And they stay with the no huddle here on 2nd and 6. The ball resting at the 10-yard line. Back to pass, but it's a draw play. But Navy is not taken by surprise this time as Jason Swain picks up his first tackle. A tackle for loss. It's going to result in 3rd and 6. Shotgun set for the Tigers. Moore back to pass. Finds Johnson left to right. He picks up 7. Going to be 1st and goal. Shotgun halfback weak, but they throw it in the end zone, and Johnson picks up another catch. Casey Johnson's got 4 or 5 catches here in the early going. Moore is 10 for 11, and the Memphis Tigers lead 9-3, awaiting the extra point.
Memphis is up by 6, and he hits the PAT.
Kick is up and good, and it's a 1-touchdown game here halfway through the second frame.
Really had a lot to do with the quarterback and the receivers getting in sync, making it very tough for the defense to slow them down.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. And they can forget about returning this one. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little
Following the touchback, Navy taking over on their 25. They break the huddle for the first time on this drive, and the shotgun split big. Quarterback designed run. Hayes could have handed it off up the gut, but he keeps it. He finds a good hole in the center of the field. Picks up good yardage. He's out all the way to midfield just about. To the 45-yard line of the Tigers.
So we've got a first down after a great running play.
Check that. It is the 45, just inside the 45. Shotgun single back set, 3-3-5 defense for Memphis. Read option play, Perry on the keeper. Good yardage, picks up a first down and more. 5 or 6 yards past the marker. And the ball now on the 29-yard line as Navy continues to drive.
From the 29-yard line, first down.
Going to be a delay game. That's going to set Navy back. It's going to be 1st and 15. On the 34-yard line. Welcome, Big Daddy Bark.
So we'll have 1st and 15 after the penalty.
Single back set. Hayes looking, finds Perry, but he drops it after the catch. He had 5 yards, maybe 6. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 15. It's the eye tight, facing off against a 3-man front for the Tigers. Play action pass. And Hayes almost gets sacked, almost gets the throwaway. The middle ground is an incomplete pass. Now going to be 3rd and long. 15 yards to go. 5 wide receivers out on the field for the midshipmen.
Go, 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 fast.
Play broken up in the backfield. It's going to be 4th and 15 from the 34. And Navy brings the kicking unit back out onto the field. It's a good kick. It was a little bit to the left, but the accuracy rating of the kicker was enough to keep it between the uprights, and it's more points for Navy. They draw to within 4 here in the first half.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He just drills this one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers right now are getting the play out of their quarterback that they expected, maybe even better than they expected. And now, as we get near half,
Memphis ahead 10-6.
Well, the defense has got to be happy.
They take over on their own 25. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 3 timeouts. It'll be up to the Navy defense to keep this a 1-score game going into the halftime break.
And let's maybe try a completely different way of trying to attack him. In my opinion, they've got to take some chances and be more aggressive in trying to put pressure on him.
They've done so far.
almost identical to the play that began their last drive. This time they get one instead of none. Going to be 2nd and 9. Finds lane over the middle. There's a crowded area of the field, but he's able to make the catch for 5. Now going to be 3rd and 4.
Memphis is up 4.
Staying with the no huddle. Moore back to pass and finds his man in the middle of the field. Robinson picks up 17. That's the tight end. They're just a yard or two shy of midfield. 2:05 on the clock. Incomplete pass, just the second one of the day. David Moore now 13 out of 15. 2nd and long, 2:02 remaining in the half.
From their own 47-yard line. 2nd down.
Moore scrambles. There's a spy there. He can't make the tackle, but the second defender does. Now going to be 3rd and 2. We're under 2 minutes. Quick pass on the slant. Johnson left to right. Picks up the first down with a 13-yard gain. 1:42 on the clock. Out route. Picks up the first down and a couple more. Back-to-back throws to Casey Johnson. Ball now inside Navy's red zone at the 18-yard line. 1:34. Memphis hasn't spent a timeout yet. They may do so shortly. It's a draw play to Bell. It's going to be down at the 1-yard line. There's the first time out for Memphis. 1st and goal on the 1. You'll get no complaints from Navy about that timeout. They, of course, would like to have the opportunity to respond before the half.
All the big boys are on the field now. Both teams have their
Jumbo versus Jumbo. It's the fullback dive. Philip Sims. He might be a 62, but he only had 1 yard to go. And it's really not that often that the CPU calls a fullback dive. No surprise that it took a user by surprise. It's going to result in 6 points. Awaiting the extra point, Memphis trying to take an 11-point lead, which they do. And Navy still has all 3 of their timeouts. And currently 1:27 to work with.
set to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
This offense is just going to be kicking themselves. They're moving the ball very well. In fact, they're getting into their opponent's territory. Only problem is they're not finishing off the drives with touchdowns. They're having to settle for field goals. That could eventually catch up to them.
They'll come back out with some confidence from having put
Spread set here on first down.
backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers.
Hayes looking, finds Richards. He's got a leap to get it,
Nice catch.
but he catches it and he hangs on. That's good for 15. Navy goes no huddle.
Got a first down.
Offense lines up in a 5-wide set, and the defense anticipating pass here.
Complete to Henry. He makes the catch.
The 46-yard line.
2nd and 4. Navy stays with the no huddle.
Quick throw.
Incomplete pass will stop the clock with 1:05 left before the half. Going to be 3rd down, 4 yards to go for the midshipmen.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Hayes gets the pass to Lee. He converts the first down,
You have to be.
and Navy takes their first time out.
It made them pay for blitzing.
They're across the midfield stripe. They're at Memphis's 46-yard line. They've got 62 seconds and 2 timeouts. Play action pass. Hayes looking, has time, throws it into coverage, and Pickens makes the pick. That's the second turnover of the game by Navy. Thomas Pickens drifted back in coverage and was able to make the interception. Now going to be Memphis's ball on their 42. 56 seconds before the half. They have 2 timeouts. The Navy defense looking to stiffen and put a Band-Aid on this damage. He wants to scramble, breaks the first tackle, but he's tackled by multiple defenders. It's a sack. It's going to result in a timeout by Memphis. It's going to cost them valuable seconds and 3 yards.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13 situation. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
Spread set. Moore under center. Looking for the scramble. Breaks a tackle, stumbles, regains his composure, and is able to slide after the first down. Memphis goes no huddle with 42 seconds left and 1 timeout. Spread set once again, under center once again. Complete to Johnson on the right sideline. He picks up 31 yards. And with 36 seconds left, Memphis at the Navy 12-yard line. Space now getting a little tight. Navy hoping to put that to use. They sack David Moore. It's a loss of 3 and seconds off the clock. There's now 26 and counting. 2nd and 13. Moore scrambles again and once again is sacked. Now going to be 3rd and 14. A 3rd time Moore scrambles. And once again the Navy defense was ready for it. It's not a sack, but they do stand up and make the tackle. They're going to hold Memphis to 3 here. And that's an important distinction. In a game like this, every point matters. And holding Memphis, they had first down at the 12-yard line. And they had time, and they had a timeout. Navy able to make the stop and hold them to a field goal. That's going to keep the game within 2 scores. It's a 2-touchdown ball game with 1 second left before the half.
Here's a step in the maturation of a young quarterback. How does he respond to throwing an interception on that last drive?
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
He airs it out, and it's picked off.
Interception on a heave. One of those plays that in the grand scheme of things doesn't count too much. Memphis already had full momentum. We're going to go to the break with a 2-touchdown game. And we'll pause for 180 seconds.
Plenty of time left in this one. 20-6. Tigers. And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set for the second half.
Mitchell set to return.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers having everything going their way.
Second half goes with a touchback in the end zone. Memphis will start on their 25, ahead by 14 points.
So they're just about set to get the game going again.
Their momentum cut in half. Let's see if the Navy defense can stiffen. Two defenders meet David Bell after 1 yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 as Memphis goes to the no huddle. Good pressure, but he gets the pass away. Casey Johnson picks up 10 in the first down. Little was almost there in time. Close again, rushes the throw. He's got to dump it off to Curtis Lane for 4, going to be 2nd and 6. It's another sack by the Navy defense. They've had multiple sacks today. This one, Jackson Perkins, that's going to be his second. Now going to be 3rd and long.
To go. Ball on the 38-yard line. Now he tries to buy some time. He's taken down at the 43. But hold on, we got a penalty on the play. Let's check it out.
Holding offense.
Moore comes away with 5 yards on the scramble there.
4th down.
Manson is back awaiting the punt. They'll bring him down at the 16.
Man, I'm not sure if the players on the return team are all on the same page there.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He has some room. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down. Here's the throw. I don't think he got anything on that.
No gain on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
From their own 21-yard line. It's 3rd down. And he's level at the 26.
Russell with the tackle at the 26-yard line. 1st down.
Man left, man left. Let's go!
He's got it with room to run. And they make the stop at about the 41.
You know, if you use him in this offense the right way, it's almost like you have an extra wide receiver. He's that good.
From their own 41-yard line, it's first down.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Ready? Red, 18, drop. Shift.
And he's stopped behind the line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Second 11 from their own 40. Shotgun single back set. Two-man front for the Tigers. Out of the backfield to Perry. He's got the first down on the angle route. Picks up 12. He's across the midfield stripe into Tiger territory.
Nice pass for the first down.
From the 48-yard line.
Halfway through the third frame, Navy football in Memphis territory. Spread set, 5 wide receivers out on the field. Throws to the left to Richards. He picks up yards after the catch. Not going to be every coach's favorite down and distance. It's 2nd and 1 inside the Memphis 40. Hayes continuing to march the Navy offense down the field.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1.
2nd and 1 as they break the huddle. They come out in the shotgun split big. Memphis responds with a 3-man front. Audible at the line of scrimmage as Hayes surveys the field. The run up the gut. And Hayes picks up good yardage. It's an 11-yard gain. Ball now at Memphis's 28-yard line. A couple of backup offensive linemen come into the huddle for the midshipmen, as 2 or 3 starters were a little bit tired after that last play.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Hayes looking, finds Perry in the flat, picks up 4, 2nd and 6 upcoming. Navy continuing to matriculate the football down the field.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
Richards goes in motion right to left. They hit the corner route to Lee. He picks up good yardage down well inside the 5. Navy knocking on the door. First and goal on the 1-yard line.
This is the 11th play.
Less than the 1, looks like just inches away. All right, tight formation. Perry up the gut, finds pay dirt, and we are 1 extra point away from a 1-score game.
There are some guys, when they get near the goal line, they just have a knack. That's what we saw.
It's an 11-play, 81-yard drive that sees Navy cut the deficit in half. Reggie Hayes, quite effective on the drive. High passing percentage, rebounding quite nicely, improving his passing percentages. The kick goes well into the end zone, past the letters in the paint. And Memphis takes the touchback. They will start on their 25, ahead by 7 in the closing moments of the third quarter.
On this possession.
Hand off to Bell.
Tackle made right around the 26-yard line.
He runs an awful lot horizontally, but not too much vertically. Gets 1 yard.
Up 7 points.
Memphis goes no huddle, runs to the left. Navy is there.
Around the 24.
David Bell
This is the kind of play you
tackled for a loss of 2
because not only
as Navy had the perimeter covered. Now going to be 3rd and long.
the emotion of the game, just looking down and looking at the energy on the field, and even on the sideline.
Moore under center with 5 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. Looking. Finds his man Mitchell over the middle. The impact player makes the catch. Gets the first down on a 16-yard gain. And the Tigers outside their 40. No huddle they go. Staying with the spread set. Putting a man in motion. They run a wide receiver screen. It goes to Casey Johnson. He picks up 10, going to be 2nd in inches. Draw play up the middle to Thompson. He doesn't get much, but it's enough for the first down. Going to be a fresh set of downs as the Tigers continue with the no-huddle attack. A pitch out to the left. Good blocking, sets the edge. And Thompson able to get the first down. It's a 12-yard run on first down. Going to be 1st and 10 once again. This time from the Navy 34-yard line. The draw once again, and Navy ready for it. Ryan Thompson held to 2, and it looks like he's a little bit banged up on the play. Memphis is going to be forced to go to the huddle on 2nd and 8. That's going to give Navy an opportunity to rest their defense a little bit. They tend to get a little tired facing off against that no-huddle attack. Every second in the huddle counts. They break it with 1. They come out for 2nd and 8. And Memphis with an unusual tight formation. Moore doesn't like it. He throws it directly out of bounds immediately. 3rd and 8. Moore under center, tight end at the left side. 3-man front for Navy. Tight end goes in motion. Heavy pressure. It's a sack by David Moore. That's got to be the 5th or 6th sack today by Navy. They've put good pressure on Moore. And this time, it's going to hold Memphis to no points on the drive. 41-yard line, the marker. They do line up for a field goal formation. It's going to be a 1.5-mile kick. Looks to be a 58-yard attempt.
Make this a 2-score game. The kick is up. It's got the distance.
It's long enough, but it's wide right. The flight attendants and pilot unable to bring that kick between the uprights. Navy survives the drive, and as we have 4 seconds before we go to the final frame, they'll take over at their own 41, good field position, trailing by 7.
What happens on this possession?
I think think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest
Shotgun single back, read option play. Hayes on the keeper. He's got room, he's got blocking. His own man gets in the way. Otherwise, it would have been more, but it's a great play to finish the third quarter. We move to the final frame with a 7-point football game. Shotgun single back set, tight end on the right side. 3-3-5 defense for the Tigers. Handoff to Perry up the gut. He's met near the line of scrimmage, but he's able to pick up 2. Going to be 2nd and 8. Clock now running here in the very first seconds of the final quarter. Hayes back to pass, finds Perry. He was well covered, but able to make the catch. Picks up 6, now going to be 3rd and short. Big 3rd and 2 play coming here. Hayes back to pass, looking, finds the slant route to Henry. Reggie Henry picks up 12, and it's a fresh set of downs for the midshipman.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. Nice run up the middle. That was a good play by the halfback. Picked up about 5 yards on the option.
5 yards on the option play. Now going to be 2nd and 5 from the 17. Navy marching, looking to tie this football game after having trailed by as many as 14. Hayes looking back to pass, finds Henry on the crossing route. Reggie Henry picks up 2 on the drag from left to right across your radio dial. Stuck immediately. Now going to be 3rd and 3. $16-yard line, the marker. You know the midshipmen definitely don't want to settle for 3 here. They could. They had the momentum in their favor. But I believe they'd rather tie it up. Spread set as they break the huddle. 4 down linemen this time for the Tigers. Hits the crossing route. He's tackled after a 2-yard gain. Going to be 4th and 1. Let's see what they do. They're going to spend a precious 4th down here. Try to regain their footing. Try to tie this ball game up. They call an audible at the line of scrimmage. Hayes up the gut, picks up the 1st down. A crucial play as Navy continues the drive.
That makes it 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal.
You're allowed 12 4th downs in the regular season in League One. Navy just spent one. It was well spent. Hayes back to pass, finds Perry. He's into the paint, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game. previous play under review. They're trying to figure out where the ball should be spotted. It looks like he may have been inches short of the end zone. Knee down, ball short of the paint. They'll probably call it back. Navy is going to be held back out of the end zone on that particular play. But they do have second and goal from the one, from less than the one, about a half yard at best, probably closer to 3 or 4 inches away from the same result. This time there's no doubt Perry finds the paint. It's 20-19, the kicking unit about to take the field.
It takes a lot of strength to run it when you're heading into a massive pile of bodies. Good job of holding on to it and getting it across the goal line.
We'll be tied with the extra point.
Kick is up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 4 minutes and 30 seconds exactly remaining in the football game. The Navy defense once again coming to the fore and stopping the Memphis offense, giving their own offense an opportunity to tie things up. It was 20-6 at the half. It's now 20-20. Into the letters it goes, and the Tigers will take over on their own 25. Both teams fighting tooth and nail to get this important conference victory. Multiple sacks on the day, 5 in total by the midshipman defense, has gone a long way towards holding that very powerful Memphis offense. Memphis, of course, coming into the game, top 10 in points per game, top 10 in passing yards per game. The Navy defense doing the best they can. Hit as he throws, but he's able to get the completion. Back to the no huddle they go from their own 40, we'll call it the 45. Moore looking. Going to take off to his right side. Tackled for no gain on the play. Now going to be 2nd and 10. Clock moving at 4:12. Just about halfway through the fourth quarter. It's a draw play. Bell takes the handoff, finds the first down across the midfield stripe into Navy territory. When they snap the ball, there'll be less than 4 minutes remaining. Moore looking. It's intercepted by Obanor. A huge play. And just like that, it's Navy football. They've got an opportunity here to steal this football game. And now the pressure of time is removed. Navy has all 3 timeouts. They've got 3:53 to work with. All they need to do is score and keep Memphis from responding. Clock moving. That works in Navy's favor. They can take their time, but not all the time. They'd rather get down closer before they really try to work the clock. And just worry about first downs for now. Good play for 5 yards to Todd McKinley, but it is going to be short of the first down. Going to result in 3rd and 2 from the 32.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Handoff up the gut to Perry. He finds 2 plus 10. 12-yard gain gets the ball out to Navy's 43. Going to be 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs for the midshipman offense.
Just under 3 to go in regulation. He's scrambling.
Hayes takes off to his right,
Can't shake the defense.
dumps it off to Lee, who picks up 4. Going to be 2nd and 6. There's 2:35 on the clock.
From their own 47-yard line.
47-yard line, the marker. The ball barely in Navy territory. Midshipman with the ball, looking to take the lead here late in the football game. Perry gets the first down and an 8-yard carry, and they're into Memphis territory. No huddle they go with 2:11 remaining. Read option play, given to Perry up the gut, picks up 4. He's out to 58 yards on the day, a 4.5-yard average. 40-yard line, the marker. Navy's already hit 2 long field goals. Depending on the time remaining, another one could be the winner. Finds Bright out of the backfield. Joe Bright picks up 10 yards on the catch. His first reception of the football game. That's going to take the ball all the way down to the 30-yard line, and Navy is in scoring range with 1:35 remaining.
This is the 9th play of this drive.
Shotgun single back, 3-3-5 defense. To give to Bright up the gut.
The middle for a nice game.
Bright picks up 7. No word yet as to where Perry is, but Bright has responded when called upon. Now Perry back out on the field. Looks like he just needed a breather.
Second down.
He's in the huddle once again. He breaks the huddle with his teammates on 2nd and 3 with 47 seconds remaining. Ball being positioned in the middle of the field. Clock will start once it's placed. And the kicking unit comes onto the field. They're going to take their time adjusting the angle. Kick this with very little time remaining. And attempt to win the football game here on the final play of the game. Kick is up, and it's good as time expires. Navy comes all the way back from 20-6 at the half, shuts out a top 10 offense in the second half. Obenor with the key interception middle of the fourth quarter as Memphis was driving. They were in Navy territory, and Obenor came up with a key play in the script of this football game. The Navy offense, in turn, responded with a drive that took the ball down into field goal range, where they were able to kick their 3rd field goal of the day. Just goes to show you that settling for 3 early can still pay off. They needed all 3 of those field goals. They beat Memphis on the road 23-20. They moved to 3-0 in American Conference play. Memphis falls to 1-2. Navy still very much in play for the American West Division. We'll take a quick look at the game stats and then give you a look into next week's action in League 1. Coach Ninja's midshipmen coming away with the 23-20 game Game stats will tell the story. They were able to outgain Memphis thanks to the second half. They outrushed them. Memphis was 21 out of 25 passing, but that one interception couldn't have come at a worse time for the Tigers. Both teams 60% or greater on third down. Navy had to spend 2 fourth downs, but they were 2 for 2.
I had to spend 2?
Three turnovers by the midshipmen, 1 by Memphis. Those 2 first half interceptions did dig a hole for the midshipmen, but time of possession kept that powerful offense of the Tigers off the field. And Navy able to come back for the victory. We'll take a look here at next week's Week 8 action for both Coach Ninja's Navy midshipmen and my own, Coach Spector's Syracuse Orange. Thank you, Coach Seawack. Looking ahead to next week's slate of games, we find a rivalry game. Number 24 SMU visiting Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland to take on Ninja's Navy midshipmen. Meanwhile, Syracuse will face off against 4-1 Louisville. The number 4 Orange were held to a 41-38 victory last season over the same Cardinals. This is a team that matches up quite well with what we like to do at Syracuse. We expect it'll be another good game. We expect both games to be good games, a rivalry game against a ranked team for Navy and a team that matches up against Syracuse. Those teams will be in action. Coach Ninja, the coach of Navy, will provide the play-by-play for Syracuse. Myself, Coach Spector, the coach of Syracuse, will provide the play-by-play for Navy in Week 8 of Season 15 of League 1 action. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's game. Syracuse on a bye this week means we'll only have one game this week. We hope you enjoyed the festivities. We hope you have an excellent week next week. Kick its ass.